right, now example number 2. We're going to do the same kind of problem like in example 1, except now our a will not equal 1. We have to throw in one extra step here, and kind of makes it a little screwy, but watch. You'll see how this works here. So I have this quadratic, and again, I want to find the vertex. And my goal is to write this in vertex form. All right. And again, my vertex form is a times quantity x minus 8 squared plus k. This is the form that I want to write my quadratic in. So this is how you deal with these quadratics when your leading coefficient is not 1. So we have to factor out the a term from the first 2 terms of the quadratic. So again, here's my first 2 terms. I'm going to factor out the a. So notice here that 2x squared minus 4x. Notice that they both have a 2 in common, right? So I'm going to factor out a 2. And again, we will always factor out the a. Even if it has nothing in common with the b term, we'll still factor it out, okay? Because we need our first term, our leading coefficient term, to be 1. So we'll have x squared minus 2x and then plus 1. Okay? So all I've done is I've done step 1. I factored out my a term. Now we do step 2. Take b, cut it in half, square it, and that's our special number. So we're going to take b, we're going to divide it by 2, and we're going to square it. So negative 2, cut that in half, is negative 1. Negative 1 squared is 1. So that's called our special number. Now, what do we do with the special number? We're going to add it and subtract it. Now, watch how this works. It's a little different from the last problem here. So pay careful attention here. So I'm going to add my special number inside the parentheses right there. Okay, so there's my plus 1, but then if I add it, I also have to subtract it now, right? But now check this out. I can't put minus 1 right here, because really, when I put a plus 1 right here, did I really add 1? Well, no, because I have to, really this is 2 times 1. Really, I added 2. So I'm not going to put minus 1. I'm actually going to do 2 times, and then I'm going to put my 1 right here. Okay, so notice how that works. If I put a 1 right here, if there is a coefficient out here, which basically if a is not 1, this is why this is this kind of problem, then you have to do minus that coefficient and then times our special number. And then we have plus 1 right here. Oh, wait a minute, but let me just get my colors right here so I'm not confusing. I can do this. Let's see. All right, so, and then we have plus 1. Okay, so let me just review what I just did again before I move on. What do we do with our special number? Well, I add the special number inside of the parenthesis, and then I have to subtract that special number outside of the parenthesis, but since it has a number on the outside, make sure you multiply that as well. Okay? Now factor the first 3 terms here. So if I factor this right here, it's going to be x minus 1 quantity squared. And this is negative 2 plus 1, so minus 1. And now this is written in what we call factored form, or vertex form. So the vertex is just simply 1, negative 1, hk.